Hi.
Hello.
So we're going to just start answering some of your questions.
Yep, got the trusty MacBook.
So we're going to start with the questions that were in Pretty Pieces.
And the first one is from Jennifer Da Silva. And she wants to know if there's going to be a November Blue number 3.
There is. I'm writing it right now, sort of. It's going to be told from Regan's point of view and the female MC, whose name is Georgia. I have just over 10,000 words written, about 5 chapters, and I don't really know where it's headed. So, surprise.
But it's really good, because being the critique partner, I get to read everything first. It's really good.
She does. Bo and Ember are in it, and so are Josh and Monica. And I have lots of fun stuff planned, as usual.
Yes. Okay. Crystal's the next person. Are there any of your characters based on real people that you know? Are there any situations that you've written about based on your real life experiences? Feel free to protect the person's name, except for our name, right?
All right.
Okay.
So let's start there, because then she has more questions later. So why don't you go ahead? We're getting red in the face.
Well, okay. Let me start by saying I think that every writer puts pieces of themselves in all areas of their writing. Whether or not characters specifically take on certain personality traits of mine or hair color, I don't know, any of those things, it's possible. But I have yet to write a character that is a carbon copy of me. I draw from experiences I have in my life or the experiences of people I know in my life, but nobody based on me. The only character I've ever written that was a complete and total perfect replica of a real life person was Tommy. And he was written after my friend Bobby, who passed away in 2004.
My turn? Next. As I've mentioned, no.
She's totally
As I've brought this up in like 100 interviews, but Ember's kind of a fantasy for me. When I was her age, I was married and had 3 kids, 3 little kids. So Ember is kind of what I might have been doing if I didn't have those things. Situational, more of the situational stuff I think you'll find kind of in theme-wise in my book that's coming out in April, In the Stillness. That has more tones of stuff that myself and some people my age are going through family-wise, and just themes that I think a lot of people are going to relate to more than they do Ember. The end.
That's a really good book. You all should get it when it comes out, because it's
now
amazing.
I'm red.
All right, moving on. Andrea, do you sing or play any musical instruments?
I sing along to the radio, but not in any professional capacity, and I play the flute. But I did play the guitar for a little bit, as in I owned one, and a lot of the boys on my floor in college borrowed it all the time, so.
Smart move.
I know.
That was brilliant. Lure them in.
I did.
Yeah,
my string broke. Do you have an extra string? He did.
Could you teach me the chords for this song, please? Let's see. Nice long
tangent. Our threads take on tangents.
Oh God, yes they do. If you could change one thing about each other, what would it be? Pamela Carrion? What kind of shit are you trying to stir up?
No, listen here, Missy. As soon as I read that question, I said, I know, I would change her geography in a second. I don't want her to live so far away. So that would be the only thing about
man!
change.
Oh my God, how did I even
top that? I took the good answer.
Damn it. Well, shit, I can't top that. Definitely geography. Definitely geography. Totally geography. Would not change a characteristic at all. At all. She's perfect, just how she is. Was my ring a lifesaver? No, it was a possum. ring pop.
Did we miss how we became CPs?
Oh, right. That's right. I'm sorry.
Right there. Pamela also asked, how did we become critique partners? Well, Maggie was one of the first people to read 10 Days after... Oh, did you read it before it was published?
Yep.
Yes, she read it before it was published. And she fell in love with Ember. And then she beta read for Reckless Abandon. And I asked her, was it during Reckless Abandon? Was I like halfway through when I asked you?
I think so. Because right halfway through Reckless Abandon was when I was finishing up the final draft of the final piece.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I had been reading that as she wrote it.
And I went a bit psychotic and took a week and added 6 chapters.
She did.
Yeah.
And I asked her online, and I said, I pretended to get down on one knee, and I asked her if she would be my critique partner, because that means that whatever crazy you've got going on, if that person emails, I text message her with, hey, I know what's going to happen, and when I was writing In the Stillness, I had an idea of something that was going to happen near the end of the book with Riker and the boys, and I text messaged her that during the day. It's all crazy talk that anyone else would probably be thoroughly annoyed with, and she just agreed to not be annoyed. Those are my children.
This is real life interrupting.
This is real life,
yes.
y'all.
Maggie and Andy interrupted. Anyway.
So down here.
Yes, down here. How does someone get to help with their writing? With social media and websites and Goodreads, are there lots of outlets to meet other authors, author friends, and help you with ideas and such? What inspires you when you've hit a block? Well, I feel like my experience was dumb luck. I just happened to meet some really good contacts when I started writing the final piece. And I think like anything in life, it's about 50% hard work and 50% who you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we just happened to get connected through a group of avid book lovers, and they had a little subgroup to this group where people who were writing, I think actively,
yes.
actively writing, people who were
at least their first book, if not their second.
Right. Could kind of come together and give each other advice, critique each other's works and whatnot. And that's where I met both Brownie and Andrea.
That's where I met Brownie too.
Yay! We all met each other in that group. So it was just very lucky that we all ended up in the same place at the same time, because I did not know where to look when I was writing the book. I was invited by chance by someone else into that group.
Pace?
They said, no. Taryn Fisher invited me into the book lovers group, and then it was Melissa Perea who invited me into the author group. Hi, girls. But so that's how it happens. But I think that's just something that you have to learn how to do as an author, especially if you're going to self-publish. You have to just accept the fact that there's going to be a lot of work that you have to do on your own outside of the writing, which includes marketing and networking and all those kinds of things.
Writer's block? I would say, luckily, knocking on wood, I haven't had anything yet that could be considered as like a long-standing writer's block. There's been, each time I've been writing a book, and I think, oh my god, I'm never going to write anything else again. When I was writing 10 Days, I thought, I'm never going to write another book. And then when I was writing Reckless Abandon, I was like, no, really, this is it for me. But there will be times in the middle of a book. Reckless Abandon took me a bit longer to write, because I had some things I just really wanted to get right, and then there were days where I had to go back and delete some stuff. And right now, I don't know where I'm going with Regan's book. I'm not calling it writer's block because I have lots of different things I want to do, but I'm just writing.
Let me just say that she's not blocked at all. If anything, she has too many ideas, and sometimes that's a detriment as well. I mean, it's not just about not having one idea. Sometimes it's about trying to sift through the
chaos.
Different things. Yes, chaos. I don't know.
The chaos of my
Squirrel.
mind.
Squirrel. Anyway, I think for me the best thing when I'm confused about how to move forward, regardless of whether it's because...
talk to her critique partner.
Yes, and I talk to my critique partner, and Melissa Brown is the best brainstormer I know.
Oh, yes.
get on the phone or get on Facebook and say, Brownie, are you there? Help me. And she'll brainstorm with me, and we'll just kind of, weed through all of the crap and come up with a plan. Like,
she's really good at tossing out lots of ideas.
Yes.
How about this? How about this? How about this? And we're
she's
like,
amazing.
oh, okay. And
Yes.
even if some of them don't work, then you're like, okay, those things won't work, but you just gave me lots of new ideas.
Yep.
For what does?
Yep, exactly. Get those creative juices flowing. She's awesome. Hi, Brownie.
I know. That
Um,
brownie should be right here.
I know. We should have a big flat brownie.
Flat brownie.
Yep.
Writing cave.
Oh, man.
This will be our last question on this blog, on this one, and then we'll post it.
Yeah.
And then do another video.
Yes, that sounds good.
So what are our must-haves? We wrote
Noise canceling headphones. Noise canceling headphones. Noise canceling.
Yeah. So I don't have a writing cave really. I go to the local coffee shop, so I just need my laptop, my charger, some Wi-Fi, and my earbuds. I have hot pink earbuds. The Wi-Fi is not important necessarily for Facebooking while I write. It's important for Spotify while I write. So, all right, that's inappropriate.
The things
All
that
right.
people post when you're just trying to read
We're-
a thread.
We're just trying to be professional here. That's all.
Christ on a crutch!
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and post this, and then while this is uploading, we're gonna try to answer some other questions. Things got pretty heated over there. So before she squirms out of here, we'll be back soon.